You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports fans. Well, it seems there is an interesting trend in the sports world. What is that interesting trend? Well, a race-grifting, race-baiting, white-hating sports personality launches a show, and the show fails. Now, this has happened a few times. Jemele Hill, Michael Smith, of course, with their ultra-woke social justice woke center back in the day, where they took the 6 p.m. flagship sports center and turned it into a social justice show. And guess what? The ratings plummeted. Well, now, if there was a Mount Rushmore of white haters out there, racist white haters in the sports world, Bomani Jones would be on it. He would be on it, along with the likes of Kerry Champion and Jemele Hill. You know, funny, Hill and Bomani Jones both got their start with Dan Le Batard. Isn't that weird? At least Dan Le Batard's a likable oaf. But he never talked a lot about sports either. He wanted to talk about a lot of social justice issues. Well, it seems that ESPN personality who has failed one show after the other, has got an HBO show. Because as you continue to fail, you continue to get awarded upwards? Question mark? Yeah, that's a thing. Nobody watched Bomani Jones' new HBO show. HBO gave Bomani Jones a show. Whoever made this calculated financial decision should be fired immediately, if not faster. Wow, Bobby Burak, Outkick. No one likes Bomani Jones, and it's insulting to viewers when a network puts him on air. On Sunday, Jones debuted his new weekly HBO program, Game Theory. HBO wants the Jones experiment to work so badly that his program airs directly following the top-rated show Last Week Tonight with John Oliver at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. HBO figured at least some of Oliver's viewers would keep the channel on for Jones and that Jones would bring in viewers of his own. Except that didn't happen. Oliver drew 664,000 viewers on Sunday. Damn, that is impressive for HBO, actually. While Game Theory with Bomani Jones fell to 153,000. Wow. In its first week. Wow. Jones lost 511,000 of Oliver's 664,000 viewers. And it's safe to say, some of those Oliver viewers, they're probably pretty damn woke. That is a 77% drop. It's almost impressive to lose that many of your lead-ins viewers and then add virtually none of its own. Again, we are talking about a personality that has been on ESPN for what? A decade now? A decade. Radio shows, podcasts, Dan Le Batard, his own show. Highly questionable with Dan Le Batard. Wow, Bomani Jones and Le Batard were hooked up. HBO could have drawn a higher total by airing infomercials or going dark. Keep in mind, Jones' show is only 30 minutes long, so he did not lose Oliver's audience over the total of a few hours. HBO's viewers tuned out as soon as they saw Bomani Jones on the screen. Bomani Jones is essentially a viewership kryptonite. He's also a listener kryptonite when it comes to his radio history. Few people in media have failed harder than Bomani Jones has. First, ESPN tried to make him a radio star. Nope. But it turns out that Jones is not good on the radio. His program drew the lowest ratings in ESPN history. And this is what is even more impressive. After it, quickly lost 90 affiliates due to Bomani Jones calling every white person a racist. 90 affiliates dropped Bomani Jones radio show. ESPN then, of course, canceled it. Still, Jones' historic failures didn't stop ESPN from shoving this guy down our throats. It soon afterward gave Jones a new television show with Pablo Torre called High Noon and a contract worth over $2 million a year. ESPN, you could have literally walked out on that lawn in Bristol and set $2 million afire. ESPN tried to pop up Jones by having him follow Stephen A. Smith, its biggest star, at noon Eastern. However, Jones's show often lost 50% of Stephen A. Smith's average. So ESPN then moved High Noon to 4 p.m. thinking it would rate better in a block with PTI, the network's highest rated program. And you guessed it, Bomani Jones fell on his ass there too. In 2020, ESPN had to cancel High Noon altogether after it often failed to rank in, and this is truly impressive, rank among cable's top 150 programs. And though Jones was the obvious reason for this failure, he publicly blamed co-host Torre for the show's flop. Nah, homie, it's you. It is you, Bomani Jones. Quote, "We did not have chemistry between me and Pablo," Jones told his GQ agent in a pitch puff piece. Yeah, perhaps Jones didn't have chemistry with Torre, who could have chemistry with Bomani Jones, question mark. But how does Jones justify his blunders as a solo radio and TV host? Hopefully his time on HBO will force him to answer that question. Again, could it be that you hate white people? Now, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, let's flash back to this, black and white sports fans. You might ask yourself what kind of material this guy has on his executives. Photos? Rumors? We can't say for sure. Yet whatever it is, he probably doesn't need it anyway. See, Jones has risen the ranks by calling white people racist. Jones has even recently said that white people are the problem in the NFL, in his life, and in America. Quote, "I just don't know why people try to make this far more complex than it is," Jones said. Quote, "What's the problem? White people." Meanwhile, media executives who are mostly white and mostly cowards want to prove they are not racist so they can survive. Wow. 153,000 viewers. Do you know how epically ridiculous that is? I mean, I shit you not. The other day, this channel got damn near 300,000 viewers. I shit you not, in one day. This channel, yes. I mean, of course, we routinely say we outdraw ESPN all the time. That is a fact, by the way. But the point is, we don't get on here and call everybody racist. Unless they're Bomani Jones, because you are, in fact, a racist, and people don't want to be told they're racist when they're not. It's not a great business strategy. It's not a way to pull in viewership. I mean, look, and let's be honest, too. Bomani Jones is just not very likable, okay? I mean, sometimes, yeah, you don't want to hear somebody call you racist, but you also got to be kind of likable. As woke as hell as Dan Le Batard is, Dan is sort of likable on the air. And Stu Gatz is sort of likable on the air. Let me guess, I'm racist, even though Dan Le Batard's Cuban. I mean, really? You get my point. Tell me what you think Bomani Jones has once again fell directly onto his ass and his face. Maybe they're one and the same. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.